After an extended stretch of delightful fall-like weather, warming up, and a really nice holiday weekend, change of pace out there on this Tuesday. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms, something that we have not seen in a while. Much needed rain chances. Those are going to continue the next few days. I think a lesser extent tomorrow, but Thursday may be the day. Temperature's going to jump back and forth. We're going to be warm one day, mild the next, warm then mild before we settle things down a bit this weekend. And speaking of, a little secondary front. That's going to bring some cooler, drier air yet again, just in time for game day and probably game time with Kentucky and Ole Miss coming up. Kroger Field is Saturday. Viper radar lit up, and it has been busy much of the afternoon. These things have not moved very much at all. Now, they're beginning to weaken out and spread out, but pockets of moderate to heavy rain through northern Jackson County, up through Estill County, from Stanton running down the Mountain Parkway just before you get to Campton there in Wolfe County, south of Boonville, getting close to Buckhorn Lake State Resort Park there, and then from Hyden down into the southern part of Leslie County and extreme southern Perry County. Skipping over into parts of Harlan County, a lot of lightning there, and not a fun Tuesday afternoon commute through Pulaski County. Basically, much of the county dealing with some moderate rainfall, and that stretches down into Wayne and McCreary County. Earlier, around the lunch hour, we had nothing going on, but the combination of enough humidity, moisture returning, and that mid-level wave scooting through really helped these storms to fire in a hurry. And notice how they've just been creeping to the east. We actually had a couple of warnings out toward Hazard and down toward Lake Cumberland for the potential of some damaging winds and some small hail. Checking out Mount Sterling, Montgomery County in front of the courthouse, 81. Those areas that have seen rain, it's cooled down a bit. Up on the hilltop near Hyman, Knott County, it's 72 there. You see 63 Richmond, Mount Vernon, 64 in Somerset with the rain. Notice Frankfort, Williamstown, and Flemingsburg all in the low 80s. This is much more indicative of what we would typically see in the early part of September. Mid 50 dew points, that's still a little dry, but those low to mid 60s, that's what we're accustomed to. So the moisture is there and available to interact with this little boundary that will scoot on through, and that'll be the first of a few that we see here in the coming days. Things settle down overnight. We start things out on Wednesday morning into the upper 50s, and then tomorrow afternoon, coverage maybe a little bit less and confined to eastern Kentucky, not to say can't rule out one or two here in the bluegrass. Notice how humidity levels won't be off the charts. I think you'll notice it obviously on Thursday, enough moisture and just clouds and rain around as we're expecting that before things take a dive. We've got two additional fronts. One will arrive on Thursday. There's your more widespread rainfall event. Hopefully it is much needed. That holds temperatures down, and then they recover as the southwest wind picks up ahead of the secondary front that arrives Friday night and early Saturday. So that's why we're looking at kind of a bit of back and forth. Over the next week, maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain or so. Looks like a lot of the rain's out of here by the end of Saturday morning, meaning things set up nicely for the rest of the weekend. A northwest wind, another shot of cooler air, especially for this time of the year, and that bodes well, of course, with the conference opener, Kentucky and Ole Miss out of Kroger Field, 3:30 on Saturday afternoon. If you can't make it, you can see it right here live on ABC 36, 3:30. Look at these temperatures. Afternoon game, second week of the season. Again, doesn't happen that often, but it looks like we're going to be in pretty good shape this weekend. Showers ending overnight. Few clouds, 58 coming up tomorrow. Mostly sunny, a few storms around, 83. Better chance clouds and rain hold our temperatures down. Along with that first front moving through, we rebound Friday, and then we cool it off again. A lot of the activity on Saturday morning, rest of the weekend, early next week, looking good and feeling good with afternoon highs in the upper 70s to around 80.